Shalom, brothers and sisters. So let's take a minute and just look at a couple of key points out of Netanyahu's post-war Gaza plan. Just a few things, and we'll touch on them, and then we'll touch on the reaction from the US officials on the whole situation. Netanyahu reveals his comprehensive plan for a post-war Gaza. Benjamin Netanyahu formally presented for the first time his day after Hamas plan the other day, which reiterates his oft-stated goal of completely eradicating the Palestinian terror group and emphasizes ongoing Israeli security control west of the Jordan River, including Judea, Samaria, and the Gaza Strip. In the short term, the plan emphasizes the need to completely eliminate the military and governing capabilities of both Hamas and Islamic Jihad, free the remaining hostages, and then constitute a security situation in the Strip to combat the security threat. Netanyahu envisions the IDF maintaining full operational freedom in Gaza indefinitely, as well as establishing a buffer zone along the border to protect the southern communities. So the IDF has right of entrance and exit at any time, makes sense to me, and there's a buffer zone to protect civilians and make them feel safe, makes sense. The buffer zone will remain in place for as long as there is a security need for it, according to the proposal. The military will act to ensure that the Strip remains demilitarized beyond what is required for the needs of maintaining public order. So that allows for other countries to come in and work on a police force on those kind of situations. This includes creating a southern closure along the Egypt-Gaza border, including the Rafah crossing, to prevent the re-emergence of terrorism and smuggling through the elaborate tunnel system in the Philippi corridor. So that's also logically making sense. In this matter, Israel will work in cooperation with Egypt and the United States as much as possible, so open for discussion. In parallel, the IDF will empower local officials, so their people that have been vetted, unassociated with Hamas, to govern areas of Gaza. Israel's goal is for community leaders to manage the reception and distribution of humanitarian aid, while security forces will prevent terrorists from interfering with the process. Netanyahu's program includes a comprehensive de-radicalization of schools. This will replace curricula and textbooks that do not promote violent rejection of Israel and hatred towards Jews. Again, makes sense. Moreover, Gazan authorities will not be connected to or funded by countries or entities that support terrorism. Netanyahu's proposal conditions the reconstruction of Gaza on both its demilitarization and de-radicalization, which will proceed as much as possible with the involvement and assistance of Arab countries that have experience in this regard. So they will seek help and input from Arab countries. It also entails a concerted effort to shut down the UNRWA, whose workers participated in the massacre. The plan calls for the UN agency to be replaced completely by responsible international aid organizations. Finally, Netanyahu's proposal reiterates Israel's rejection of any unilateral recognition of Palestinian statehood amidst reports that the Biden administration is considering such a move. So again, the Palestinians immediately said this is tantamount to genocide, because the word genocide is just thrown around these days casually. That has nothing to do with genocide. It doesn't even slightly make sense in that form. So if it rains too much, suddenly it's genocide. If you don't like someone, suddenly it's genocide. If they make a plan that you don't agree with, it's genocide. Really? So the reaction obviously from them is extreme, expected. But now the reaction from the US. The plan released on Friday by Benjamin Netanyahu for post-war governance received a cool reaction from US officials. US National Security Council spokesman John Kirby said the Palestinian people should have a voice and a vote through a revitalized Palestinian Authority. He added that the US has been consistently clear about how they envision Gaza after the war. You don't have a vote. You don't live there. You don't live in Israel. Who cares how you envision Gaza after the war? Kirby explained the US doesn't believe in a reduction of the size of Gaza. We don't want to see any forcible displacement of Palestinians. We don't want to see Gaza dominated or ruled or governed over by Hamas. US President Joe Biden on several occasions insisted that a revitalized Palestinian Authority should run Gaza because they've been doing such a great job and rewarding terrorism. Netanyahu rejected this solution, citing the refusal of the PA to condemn the October 7th massacre, which tells you all you need to know. Netanyahu's plan sees post-war Gaza ruled by local stakeholders with managerial experience who are not affiliated with countries or entities that support terrorism. Gaza cannot be a platform for terrorism. There should be no Israeli reoccupation of Gaza. The size of Gaza should not be reduced. That's Blinken. So America not happy, Israel happy. I think the plan is really good. We'll see how the world handles it or how the Antichrist finally tweaks it. Keep praying for Israel and keep looking up. Shalom.